company opportunity or something, but you still did the same things over and over again. Like I've been with certain companies and I thought it was the company that was actually bad, but it was actually my own fault. I kept repeating things over and over and over again. And I had to understand that it was me. I was the problem. It wasn't the companies, it wasn't the opportunities, it wasn't anything, it was me. So, if you haven't met me before, I'm Cindy and I am from Vancouver Island in British Columbia, Canada. And my channel is all about slow living, just being mellow, no drama, anything like that. So, today I'm going to be working on my new diamond painting. I just got this one in. It just came in like a half an hour ago. I'm so glad that it actually made it on time. I have this candle here. It's Violet Rain. I got it um, from Michael's yesterday. Where did I put my lighter at? There it is. So I'm just going to light my candle, put it out of the way so I don't burn anything, and just set the mood for a nice relaxing evening of crafts and chatting. So I've had this horrible habit of starting something and then it not working, and then I jump to something else. But when I jump to something else, I don't change my strategy. I keep doing the exact same things. So, about 6 months ago, I thought the only way I can get to have change in the things that I do is to change what I'm doing. So I thought, okay, I need to go live. I think that that will help out. And I do think it helps out a lot. I've met so many people. I have made friends. I have learned so much. It has been a great experience. But in doing that, I thought that going live would be the answer to everything. And I've been going live. I believe this is the 24th day. And while there is a difference, it's not making the difference that I thought it would. Now, why is that? It's because I was thinking I need to make this one change my strategy and do this one thing, and it will change everything, which is not the case at all. So, since we're halfway through the year, I want to really focus on YouTube. I really want to grow my channel. I want to do this properly. I want to do the lives. I want to meet people. I want to build a community, all that. As I'm doing this, I'll just be putting these beads in the drills in the corresponding things here as I set this up. So with it being July, it's now the second half of 2026. So I am totally committing to doing things differently. I know that I have to change my results. I can't keep doing the exact same things that I've been doing, or I'm going to keep getting the exact same results as what I'm getting. I'll keep doing my lives. I will keep trying to perfect my strategy, and I will do those scary things that will take me to the next level. I don't want everything to be perfect. I just want to feel authentic in what I'm doing, if that makes sense. I don't want it to feel like I'm performing, or I don't know how to put it. I think it's just performing. So many people online who have channels or have various things going on, they perform. And I don't want that. I want to be totally myself, just doing my own thing and seeing the benefits of building a community on my terms. I don't want it to be done in a way that I have to do this and I have to do that. And then it just becomes this great big project. It's not fun. And that's something that I really want is fun and um, just being authentic and true to myself and just doing what I feel is right. I've watched so many videos on YouTube about how to grow YouTube, how to, you know, get subscribers, do this, do that, do the other thing. I don't want just subscribers. I would like to have subscribers that understand me, who, um, want to get to know me as a person and who have the same values as what I do as well. I am into the slow living niche, and that's something that's really important to me. I've had nervous system issues basically my entire life, and I have been on a healing journey for the last 2 years. And it's very important to me to regulate my nervous system. So, in slow living, I, in my mind, slow living and regulating your nervous system go hand in hand. When you're doing things slower and you're being more intentional and um, stepping back from things that may not be good for you, that helps to regulate your nervous system. So what I've done is I have been doing like little digital detoxes, not completely offline, but not spending as much time scrolling, just scrolling just for the sake of scrolling, getting that dopamine hit every time that you scroll and um, see all of this stuff. I want to spend my time a bit more intentional. I want to do crafts. I want to do cooking, baking. I want to make friends with people, have people that understand, the importance in slow living and who want to be a part of that kind of a community. I don't want drama in my life. I've spent a lot of time over the last 2 years um, ending friendships that needed to end, ending relationships that needed to end, and just really focusing on myself and my well being. I think that as we get older, we've spent our time with the kids trying to help them as best we can as they're growing up. We spent time, with our aging parents and our aging grandparents and our aging um, aunts and uncles, and trying to help everybody else that once we get to the age of empty nesting, it's our time. It's our time to be focusing on ourselves and what we want to do and forming a new life that we want to live, um, and on our terms. Like, we don't have to do it according to anybody else. We don't have to, just because one of our friends does something, we don't have to do that. We can do life on our own terms. So that is what I have been working on and really thinking about over the last few days, because I've spent years doing the same thing over and over and over again, doing different networking companies, doing digital marketing, doing all of these different things, but I'm doing it the same way over and over and over again. So when I'm getting the same results, it's quite discouraging. But that's totally on me. Like, I'm the one that was doing it. I wasn't putting myself out there and trying to better myself and to fix my strategies and stuff. So I think the first 6 months of this year were really good in the sense that I have certain things that I do every single day. It doesn't matter if I don't feel like doing it, I will still do it. Um, I have three things every day. Well, I have more than that, but three personal things that I do every day. One is self care. So I make sure I do that every single day, twice a day. I believe that when you practice self care, that is helping your um, sense of self worth increase because you are spending time on yourself. So I do self care, I do Tai Chi, walking once a day. There are days where I leave it till the nighttime and I really don't want to do it, but I do it anyway. Even if I don't, it's it's not a it's a non-negotiable. It has to be done. Um, so I am on day 34 of that. My skincare has been the same amount of days, and then I decided on the 10th of June to start doing lives. I think that it's important to do lives to for people who are watching to get to know me, the real me, not, all of this AI stuff and whatnot. So, those are my three things that I do every day for me. Then, what I do is I do my lives for YouTube, and then I try to do a short every single morning. So, my shorts will be, something that I've done during the weekend or during the previous week. And it's just a little glimpse into my life. It's a glimpse into my little dog. I have different things on him as well. But what I see now coming into July is that I'm still not getting the results I want because I'm not stepping outside of my comfort zone enough. I'm not putting myself out there like I should. And I'm sort of at a crossroads. It's like, well, I don't really know what to do. I don't really know how to fix this. And how do you figure this out? If I keep doing what I've been doing, I'm just going to keep getting the same results as what I was getting in all of the other things. So what's the point of doing that? I'm not here to get the same results. I'm here to grow a community. That is what I'm passionate about, is having a community where people can come, they can craft, they can talk, they can, if I'm doing cooking and chats or baking chats, they can follow along or get recipes, or it's just a community of people who want to just hang out together and chat for a while. Hi, how are you doing, Moon? Um, so yeah, I've just done this same pattern for so many years of just doing the same things. I'll change a company, I'll change this, I'll change that, but I won't make the changes that actually see results because I was really afraid to get out of my comfort zone. That's just being 100% transparent. I was just being chicken. And I don't want to do that. Here we are halfway over 2026, and I need to make changes within myself to um, to get to where I want to be. I'll show you what it is. It's really pretty. So that's the one I'm working on now. I'm just getting all of my stuff together here. It's a new one. I just got it like half an hour ago. It is gorgeous, isn't it? Oh, thank you. I really like the nails too. In certain light, you can sort of see it's like a pink. I don't know if you can see it without the light. No, it sort of has like a purpley on top of the green. It's pretty cool. I was a nail biter for years, so these are real. Those are actually real. I finally stopped biting my nails. So back to the stop starting again. Like, we should start things again, but my whole point is we can't keep starting things over again and doing it the exact same way, because it's just not going to work. If we keep doing the same things, we're just going to get the same results. And it's taken me so long to figure this out. But I mean, it's just the truth. I was the one that's holding myself back. It's nobody else's fault. So I'm glad that I realized that, I just need to get out of my comfort zone and do things. I thought that going live would be my answer to everything, that going live would just, that would be it. Everything would be cool. Everything would be right where I needed it to be. And that's not the case. Um, Growing a community takes effort, it takes consistency, and it takes being vulnerable and admitting when, just being real and admitting, like, hey, I don't have it all figured out here. I'm just trying to figure this out on my own. I've watched literally thousands and thousands of YouTubes on how to grow your channel or how to do this or how to do that. And it's just, I think there's a lot of things that are valuable out there, but I don't think there's an answer that will tell you this is what you have to do. I think it's something that you have to really figure out for yourself. Um, and that's the stage I'm in. I know I can't keep just doing what I'm doing. I need to figure it out and put myself out there, because it's really important to me to have a community, to have people that relate to slow living and just living drama free and not all stressed out. Most of my life I have been stressed out, and I don't want that anymore. I want just mellow, having fun, enjoying myself, even when I'm doing, nothing that's really exciting, nothing that's really eventful. It is still fun. It's still, intentional. And, well, we got lots of 15s here. So that is where I'm at with it. I'm just trying to figure it all out and figure out what I have to do. I know it's not what I have been doing because that hasn't been working out great. I think one thing I need to do is sort of document life a little bit more. Once my pup is feeling a bit better, I will have him more on, doing more videos and stuff with him. Right now he has a sore leg, and if it's not better by Monday, he'll be going to the vet. So he is out of commission right now. But he usually does videos with me and likes to go on little adventures and stuff, which is a lot of fun. Trying to do this without spilling. So I'm not sure if this all makes sense to anybody. It's just I know for myself I have to figure things out and, change my strategies on what I'm doing. Here we don't have Hobby Lobby, we have Michael's. And when I was in there yesterday, I got this really nice candle. It is Violet Rain, and it is by Ashland. It was discounted 60% off, so I thought I'd get it. It smells wonderful. And candles are part of my my vibe, just being mellow and whatnot. So I like candles and stuff like that. I think where my channel will be going from here is I'll be doing crafts sometimes. Sometimes I'll be doing cooking, sometimes baking. I haven't done lives while I'm out. I will be doing that. My goal is for before summer ends. That's something I have to get more comfortable with and figure out how to do it without, what is going on here? Without the camera shaking. That can be a bit tricky. With these kits, when I first get them in, I always prep them first. I do all of the drills, put them in their packages, just so it's all done, ready to go, and then I'm not fiddling around with these plastic things. These are like little pill containers, and it comes in a thing like this. There is 28 numbers on it. Sometimes I have a few like bigger pictures and they'll have over 28. I just deal with it, but most of the pictures I've been doing lately are about this same size. This one here is actually from the same seller that I got my last one from. I have a picture of it in the community. And something I like about this company, they all come with everything you need, not this not this thing here. It doesn't come with that, but it comes with everything else you need. But one thing that I really like is it comes with this little grip. Comes with the pen, tray, grip, and little bags in case you don't have anywhere to put the drills. And it comes with the wax as well. But this grip, it's like a sponge. You just stick it on there like that. Not all of the kits come with that, but I really like it because it makes it so much more comfortable. Ooh, this one is tight. There we go. So that is a lot more comfortable to use than holding on to the plastic. So I like that part of it. Yeah, so back onto the other part that I was talking about, to stop starting over again. It's not about not starting over or changing your purpose or your path. It's about changing also things that you're doing. Like for me, I wasn't doing lives trying to grow YouTube. I wasn't showing my face ever. I'm not showing my face at the moment because I'm showing this here, but I do show my face. I used to do just a lot of pictures and not actual content. So I was doing the same thing over and over and over again, and it just wasn't producing any results. So I know that for me, I need to do some things differently. Now I'm just in the process of figuring out what. I had this YouTube channel I started it in October of 2024, and it was about leaving a narcissistic, abusive relationship, which got super heavy. It's just such a heavy topic. And then just everything online just seemed really super heavy. So I went offline for a bit. I did a little bit on Facebook, but not really much. And just took some time offline and time to just relax and figure things out. And that's where the simple life sort of came in. I had the name for it, but I didn't really understand. I didn't really grasp what a simple life was or how to live a slow life. So when I took that break, it really helped me with my healing and um, understanding that my nervous system, to regulate it, I really need to slow down, not put more on my plate, but slow down and just, relax and figure out all of my stressors and do things that avoid stress, get rid of people that were stressing me out, um, which was really sad. I mean, there were people that I really loved in my life, and I just couldn't have them be a part of my life anymore, and that was super sad. And I miss them, but they weren't good for me. So I had no other choice. I had to do it for myself. So when I came out of that, I came out of it with a lot less friends. That's for darn sure. Whoops. And I'm not lonely by any means at all. I enjoy spending time by myself. I enjoy doing things on my own. Um, but it would be nice to have, a community where we can all come together and we can, do crafts or just chat or whatever. Um, so that is really my purpose with the channel, is just to have a nice community and, learn about each other and, you know, lift each other up, empower each other, and that kind of thing. I'm the kind of person who is not into negativity, and I try really hard to be positive. I can't say that I am all the time, which I don't think anybody is, but I really try to be, and I really try to spread inspiration, empowerment, and positivity to others, especially when they, if they're really having a hard time and struggling. I like to try to be there for them and, lift them up and be supportive when they're going through stuff. Everybody needs that, and there's people in the world that don't have that. They may not have families, they may not have friends. I'm fortunate that I have a daughter who is sort of on a similar journey as I am. She's not doing YouTube and that, but I mean, her personal journey is quite a bit like mine. So it's like we bounce things off of each other constantly, and that's really nice. And I think it sort of helps us both out, maybe gives us something to think about, when we're in our own quiet time. So that is nice. But there are people that don't have that. So if I can, find people on here that need that space to just come and be a part of something, then I would love to offer that to people. It's nice to feel included in things. I don't know if you've ever experienced feeling sort of like you're an outcast or that you don't belong. I don't like people feeling like that because I know what it feels like. So I wanted to help people have a feeling of belonging and being a part of something. Just a safe place to come. So I bought this here. It is the same stuff as in here, but I just like it in here better. I have no idea why. It's just a thing. So what I do is I will start in one of the corners. Start in this corner, but I'll show you this here first. Thank you for the like. I will be going off of this. See, it has all the way down to 24. The numbers here, and then these are the ones that I'll be looking at on the canvas. There we go. So I have that. Now, if I lift this up, actually, I think I'll start on this side because 15 is this one here, which is B, and this one is spilling over. So I want to use a bit of that first because if I drop it on the floor or something, that lid's going to come off. And I don't want that. There we go. Now it shuts properly. Now I look for bees. I leave this on except for where I'm working. This here is glued and it's like really glued, like I'm pulling pretty hard on this. Okay. Put that up there so I don't mess it up. Now on here, there is a little hole in there and you're putting the wax in. It's some sort of metally thing in there. So if you don't have the wax in there, it's not going to be able to pick up these drills. The beads are called drills. You shake them up because you want the round part standing upwards, and then you just place it directly down. Find your corresponding square and just place it down. Having them with the round part up makes it easier to place them. It makes it a lot easier. I just place them. I don't use a straightener or anything. What I'm doing is making some pictures for my wall in my bedroom. I thought rather than buying pictures, I would just do art myself and use those instead. I really enjoy doing these. It's very relaxing. They're not really expensive, depending on where you go. Oh, I got one bead on me there. I usually shop on Amazon, so I will link this one down in the description. And as a Amazon associate, I do get a portion of each sale, each qualifying sale. This, as I said, this one that I got now, I had another one from them, and I really like how they come out. Sometimes you can get them, like, say, from Temu or somewhere else, and it's just, I don't know, they don't look proper. I've got some that will have printing on it and the printing doesn't come out properly. And I don't have time to be straightening it out. So I don't. Yeah, it's a good boy, little Brucey boy. Just talking to my dog. His name is Bruce. We usually call him Brew. And Brew is 2. He's got the cutest little face ever. Yeah, so on my topic here, I am just trying to figure out a strategy to add to the ones that I already have and to really step out of my comfort zone and do what I need to do to grow and build my community here. I find that YouTube is definitely the most challenging platform that I have tried. Facebook was pretty easy to grow on, and TikTok was easy, and Instagram I don't really do much, so I just post to both from Facebook. So I have no idea what's going on over at Instagram. Out of all the platforms, I do enjoy YouTube the most. I find that overall it feels a lot less negative than some of the other platforms. And it's a lot slower. It's like if you're on TikTok, it's just fast, go, 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 go. And that's just not my vibe. I just want to live slow and happy. Okay, I got some bees down here too. Boy, is this ever on here. So I had a goal to get to 500 subscribers by September 1st. And I don't see that happening. I'm not going to quit trying, but I don't see it happening. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. My main thing is I would rather have the right people who want to be a part of a community, not just anybody. So now I have to figure out strategies. I have no idea how to do that. But that is part of life, figuring things out and figuring out what works for you. I think I've spent enough time watching videos on advice on what to do. Now it's time to implement things and see how it goes. What are you doing, Bruce? I don't want that sticking to that. anybody has any other topics that you would like to talk about, drop them below in the comments and I will figure out what to talk about. I had tried to do a puff flower blanket. I started it yesterday. My flowers don't look proper. But it's too hard to do and do the talking as well. I just have to get the dog down there. I don't know what he's doing there. There you go. Okay, you stay there. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Did you just want up on the couch? Yeah. Poor baby. You'll be okay. If you're not better by Monday, we'll take you to the vet. And if anybody has strategies for building community, that would be great. Especially on YouTube. I know there's a lot of people who do the diamond painting and who like crafts. But I would like to get into all sorts of different things, not just crafts, not just diamond paintings, but different things as well. So if you are into slow living and stress-free chats, if that's your vibe, then subscribe. I'm hoping this one turns out really shimmery. Oop. Hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Is anybody celebrating the 4th? I'm from Canada, so I celebrated on Thursday. That was Canada Day. Happy Independence Day to anybody who is in the United States. I hope you've had an amazing day. Thank you so much for the like. I really appreciate that. So I bought this when I was at the craft store the other day, this little candle. I like to have candles going just to smell the fragrance, and it just sort of grounds me, I guess. You know, the flame and the scent, it's just calming. I really like it. Smells wonderful. It is called Violet Rain. And it smells really good. Whoop. I'm just doing a few of these ones because the container was overflowing. And I didn't want it to get jiggled around and spill drills all over the place. Today here was a very mellow day. I had a day at home And it was nice. I got things accomplished. That always feels nice. Okay, we need some more bees. Maybe I will put this down a bit. Boy, this glue is really sticky. I'm actually pulling that like really hard. Whew. So I like to try on the edges first because the glue is so sticky. I like to work my way inwards so I'm not leaning on this glue. It can be a little bit hard to see with the glare from the light. But that is okay. I did try to have a 2-phone setup. I tried it earlier today. Because I have 2 tripods and well, I have 1 tripod and this light stand here. It just didn't work out. So I'm not sure what I will be doing. It'd be nice if it was like pointed right down so you could see exactly what I'm doing. Because I think once you get the chats in there, it's harder to see. Tomorrow, I think we're going to go out for coffee. And who knows what else. Then Monday, it's back to work. I have Monday to Thursday, I work. Fridays, I get off. And then the next week, I get a week off, which is nice. And I ordered a little stroller for my dog. Hello. How are you doing, Leafs fan? Yeah, I ordered a stroller for my dog. He has like really bad anxiety. So I thought if he was in a little stroller, he would be in his little area and he could see that nobody's going to hurt him. And hopefully that will get over his anxiety a bit. I don't want to have to ever medicate him, but I want him to be exposed to people and noises and stuff. So I think that's the best way to do it is in a stroller. Good, thank you. How was your day? I am just doing a diamond painting here. I was chatting a bit about how I've changed things over the years, but I change, like I start something over again and I do it the same way and get the same results. And I'm really trying to stop doing that. And when I start something over, to do it totally different because I don't want the same results, which takes a lot of stepping out of your comfort zone, all of that kind of stuff. I would like to do different chats. I am at the age where I will read be retiring in probably 5, 6 years. So I'd like to chat about that. Maybe some money saving tips. I thought of a few of those today to do with food and drink, because food is absolutely crazy. I mean, we went to Costco yesterday and my bill was so much. My daughter and I had to stop and calculate it because we thought it was wrong, but it was right. It adds up awfully quick. I mean, I got hamburger and steak, and that was $100 just in itself. Now, obviously, that's going to last a while, but that's just crazy. Today it's been pretty windy here, but it's been sunny. And I got my little fan. I had got, I had a fan, and then I got this little air conditioner thing on the Prime days. 2 days after I got the air conditioner, my fan broke. So thank goodness I listened to my instinct. Now I bought another little fan, and it's just the tiniest little thing, but boy, oh boy, does it ever crank out the cool air. We've already had some really hot snaps here, so I want to be prepared for it. The last little bit has been cloudy, a little bit of rainy, a bit of sun, all sorts of stuff. But I know we'll be getting that sun again. Wonder if that is enough. Okay, puppy. Hey, Bushy Bush, my bushy boy. There we go. Okay, so we want to put that back on there. This is the picture that I have here. I just started it this evening. And I like it so far. Okay, so P is 10. How was everybody's day? If you're in the United States, happy Independence Day. I hope you enjoyed your day. I am just doing this. I had been chatting there a bit about things I'm trying to overcome. Being more intentional. There's a P there. That kind of stuff. Thank you so much for the like. I really appreciate it. And unfortunately, I had tried to do a blanket. I've been talking about this for a while, a puff flower blanket, and it was just too hard. You have to count, and then trying to, keep track of the chat and me chatting and counting. It just didn't work, unfortunately. So I can't do the lives on that. Okay, so C is 20. Oh, that's a pretty color. Hello, hello, how are you doing? Just going to start that color. That's pretty. I just started this one tonight. It actually just arrived from Amazon like a half an hour before I started my live. So here we are. The last couple of days I didn't have anything to do, so I just played cards. That was fun. Before that, I did a lighthouse diamond painting. That was fun too. If you're interested in this one or the lighthouse one, I will put the links down below. I really enjoy the size of them. It's not really huge. I tend to get bored if it's a really huge project. This size is perfect. How are you doing? Any plans for the rest of the weekend? After this, I will be doing some exercising and probably some reading. I like to spend my evenings just doing mellow things rather than going out and stuff. I don't mind like going and visiting my kids and grandkids, that type of thing, but I don't drink or party or any of that. So I stay in quite a bit and I really like it. I finally learned how to, be in the moment and focus on what you're doing rather than I used to be doing something but focused on something else. Like my mind would be overthinking. And now I don't do that, and it feels so amazing just to enjoy little moments in life. Looking forward tomorrow, if we're doing what I think we're doing, I should be able to get some little videos and stuff, and it's a pretty cool idea. At least I think so. So be watching for that. Okay, 3. Since I've started the lives, the nightly lives, I actually really look forward to them. Sometimes they're busy, sometimes they're not, and that's fine. In trying to build a community, you just have to understand that it is going to go at its own pace, and the idea is to have the right people. It is quality over quantity. Not saying that other people are not quality people, it's just maybe they don't like what I post, which is absolutely fine. They will go off and not watch my stuff, and they will go find the stuff that they really like, and that's great. It's what it's all about on YouTube. Okay, what else? 6. That's a pretty one too. Oh shoot. Oops. Well, at least it went on the table. Not all over the floor. Or I would be having to vacuum. Those are pretty too. Yeah, I had it all planned out that my next project was a puff flower blanket, crochet blanket. And I tried it, and it's just too hard to focus because you have to count. So trying to count and then talk and keep track of the comments when people are commenting and answer them, it was just too much. So unfortunately, I can't do a live about that, but I can still practice and try to get better at the little flowers. They're pretty easy once you get the hang of them. And the video I watched made it really easy to follow along. I think it was Hooked by Robin, something like that. If you want to Google or if you want to do a search on YouTube, just putting puff flowered blanket. She's like one of the first ones that comes up. And it was a really well made video she did, easy instructions. I just didn't realize I'd have to count. Oh well. So I got this in a big hurry and it got here just a half an hour before I started my live. So again, I set up right from the beginning. So if you don't know how to diamond paint and want to learn, you can see how it goes. The hardest part is just figuring out the legend there, but that's actually pretty easy anyway. Once you get the hang of it. This is how I prefer to spend my evenings, unless sometimes we have fun things to do in the evening. Sometimes we do crafts, visit family, birthday parties. We have done a gallery, an art gallery, and we have done a candlelight tribute to ABBA and Queen. Which was kind of cool. A lot of talent to do that kind of music on a violin. Okay, now 9. And that's another pretty blue. I didn't even realize I'd been here for an hour. Hello, hello, how are you doing? That is my next color. Just doing this little corner here. This glue on this one is super duper sticky. Hello, hello. Does anybody else do any crafts, hobbies? What do you enjoy doing? Okay, 10 was P. Take the P's. N is 11. You're always trying to get these things so they are the rounded side up. So you can just put that down and pick it up like that. There is a hole inside of here, and you have to keep filling up that little hole with the wax. If you don't have wax in there, it won't pick them up. Okay, I have one of a different color in there. That was P, and it is 10. So, boy, oh boy, is it ever stuck on there. If you're into mellow chats, just chilling out, chatting, and simple living, being stress free, if that is your vibe, subscribe. Okay, 12 is L. Those ones. Just trying to get this corner finished so when I start to move up, I can put my wrist there and it won't stick to the diamond painting because this glue is really super sticky. Okay. Oh, there's one more L over here. Hello, hello, and thank you so much for the like. How is your evening going? Okay, C is 20. What? Okay. If you're interested in slow living, crafts, mellow chats, anything to do with slow living, make sure to subscribe so you can follow along with mine and my co-host journey. My co-host is my 2-year-old Pomchi. And he quite likes to show off when he's up to it. Tonight he's not though. He's over there getting ready for bed. He's washing his cute little paws. He's washing his face. So he's washing himself up for bed. I will introduce him at another time. Oh, rug hooking and paint by numbers are fun as well. S is 14. All three of those activities sort of are the same if you think about it. We're just putting the right color where it should go to make a picture. But they're all a lot of fun. I really like activities where you are seeing accomplishments and seeing the picture come together. It's a lot of fun. N is 11. Feel free to subscribe and bring your project and come and chat. I'm just about finished for today, but I will be back tomorrow. And I will see you then. Just put my stuff away here. Have a good night.